Ready or not, we're about to start again. I'm Hambbage, and we're about to do some more hardcore vanilla Minecraft playing. Um, let's dive back in again. The this time very apt, a waterproof. Spent a little break time, as I often advocate, stepping outside. I was intending to do that kind of quick tour of the parking lot, the area, and yeah, there was rumbles to the south, and about the time I stepped out, what was pretty much just had dried out from the last spout of rain. What, 2 hours earlier? That was when the right, we want to get enchanted sword guy first. Other enchanted sword guy. Boy, he didn't. That's so weird. I don't know why he's so. I mean, I understand it. You should be scared, but I wanted to be very careful there with the possibility that that guy could get in the way. So, where'd we leave off? We had just reset our inventory here, so we got lots more room for loots. This is our staircase back down to get back to the area where we come up from and our road and all the rest, but I think we're going to kind of try to head out this way, just to see. So yeah, it's once again getting dark on me here. Oh boy, is that two of the axe guys together? You guys seeing that? Trouble. Now, I want to be able to run. And you guys, I mean, seriously. Who am I? Alright, that's what I did not want to have happen. I do not want pigmen getting in the way and turning this from a tense fight to a disaster. Whoo! Plan your exits. If you all can. I don't know that I've ever taken on to. That went about as well as it could, but I knew, know the game you're playing and know that if you let it, it will certainly let you sow the seeds of your own destruction. Um, Now, having those two out of there makes it real appealing to try to do something stupid. Um, if we were going to try to do said stupid thing, first step would be to try to get a handle on some of this lava. Okay, that at least makes our exit a bit more palatable. Alright, now we kind of listen. I think those two axe guys were kind of the heart of win. um, when you hear them, oh, that was a lantern. I was like, is that a foot? Just go quick, get the debris. Man, we're halfway to another enchanted or netherite-ed. All the rest of that stuff is pretty much junk. How do we get in here? Make sure we've got clear eyes on our exit. That hole is not real good, especially with Ghast bouncing around wherever he might be. Oh, God. What do you think? I think it's worth going to check. It's part of why we're here. Not that way, though. Man, we gotta fix this. Boy, oh boy, do we have to fix that. Excuse me. Gunpowder. There. No. Man. Skunked. What's that over there? Oh, it's just another XP. It's an enchanted bow. Not as threatened by him as his axe wielding friends. And don't sleep on the gold weapons that they wield. They are durability is trash, right? They'll, if you try to use them, you're gonna find that you're spending all your time replacing your weapons. But the damage they can do is formidable. What? Yep. Ooh. No, no. He's gonna hit and run, huh? Get your human shields out of the way, dude. They still haven't quite been able to make it back down. Maybe we already were down that way. Yeah, there's a torch all the way back there. So I guess we're going upwards, which is nice. I am very much concerned about filling in a bit more of all this. Don't think this is particularly ghast vulnerable. But I didn't want to fall, if I had to make a hasty exit from stuff coming out of that bastion, I didn't want to find myself in a tumble. Alright, now we can get back onto some of what we're actually here for. Although tears will trump. We'll take tears anytime we can get them. Ooh, here's some goods. Seems worth the trouble. Oh, I don't know if it was just a split. There we go. A little better. What do we have back over here? Let's try to keep climbing for a bit. expect a hole right there. Is this, I come up from back over here? Some of that, no, that's a different hole. Guess I'll have to drop down. Anything else back around here? Just cool little pockets. I do enjoy the variation. You know, it's fully random as far as the game is concerned. You know, there's a zillion of those kinds of spots that we'll never see, but that one just happened to be sitting there as we were going through. Otherwise, totally inaccessible. And it's kind of refreshing, you know, as vibrant as some of the RPG type worlds can be these days. There's always intent built in, you know, as far as you're on a path, right? You're, even if you're not, you're in a zone that's built in around certain kinds of content. You know, you're within a faction city or something. So all the content is kind of scoped and designed to get you from point A to point B. Yeah, you can take a bunch of different paths along there, but there's places where you're intended to get to, and there's places where you're likely never gonna, you know, you're clearly off the beaten path, right? And both are by design. With Minecraft, it's just there, you know, and whether you get there or not, whether you decide to see that particular area, turn left or turn right, there's no yes, no, right answer, wrong answer. So this I believe is up to the roof. Yeah, 99. I think we're about there. That would be the underside of the roof. And it's at least my understanding that come on. That maybe 125? Is that maybe the absolute roof? Seems to ring a bell to me. Keep moving towards, but I don't think they're quite over the edge yet. Just avoid stepping in the fires as we go. Should definitely backlight how we got here to get up in the heights. It's can certainly be frustrating if you lose your way back. let's eat. Although food doesn't bother me too terribly, but I don't want it to go too low. Boy, between the game sounds and the oh man, this might be a good place to go ahead and do a little bit of boxing. See what we can stack up here. And now we're full. So let's take back some of this junk. And not that it's any more or less junky than some of the rest of this stuff, but I think maybe I'll just hold on to the pearl. That didn't work out well at all. So I think that was full. Let's make white our full stacks box. I want to look in here because I know those go. Now we got a couple more spots, but the pearl, that may actually save our life at some point. But I think the rest of this will just go try to find a convenient lava hole and dump it in. Gotta be one of those around here somewhere, right? Okay, how can we get down here safely? That looked pretty easy. If we end up coming back this way, which we may very well need to. After all that. Hey, not that far. Maybe that's why we're hanging on to that one pearl. Let's see. All right, let's go. Let's go manage some of this. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need these. Don't need that. I mean, the XP could have been good, but whatever. Need that. Or that. Or that. Or that. We'll keep the rest. Gas at range. Alright. Now, there's a bunch of good stuff here. Bit of good stuff there. And working in these heights is very intimidating. I don't care to find out or retest. I know you don't get a lot of time to look around at where you ended up if you die in the Nether. A lot of times it's just gone. But I know I've died from falling from a great height in the Nether, and I also know I've died trying to swim in lava, as we saw in World 2. I don't care to test how well feather falling mitigates damage into the sea of lava, even if we're right above our portal. We're not just going to take the plunge just to find out. We will Do our best to. Ooh, this is good. Good little stack. Yeah, I like to leave some of the light, keep it natural. But again, when they're huge deposits like this, you might as well get some for decorating. Just the little guy. Just the little guy. I was like, what? How is there random quartz sitting around out here? Okay, this is very possible to get spun around it. You're in reverse, dude. So I went with one of the little mini piglins for the thumbnail in the last. Unfortunately, all of them and everything. I heard him draw on it. Stepped right into his shot instead of away from it. Oh well. We can get back up to where we were working. Nice. Where we were working. We're going up here. Again, this isn't going to quite compete with pulling the gold uh, blocks off of like the broken nether portals in the overworld, but all that gold ore just cooking, that's going to be pretty handy too. Hi. Fortunately, it all goes so quick when you're repairing. Really can't have enough. Little guy running through. I don't see any of his larger relations come to get me. There's a blue forest. This could be a hole trap. pretty solid. Interesting. When you do have the ability to stop these up here, I'm much more inclined to do it while I'm up here because that can spread like 4 different times before it it actually gets down to the kind of sea level, if you will, lava sea level. Wow, voice is kind of going. The storm has led to a couple more, but I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the content here. Feel free to leave me a like or comment. Let me know if you are, or if you have any recommendations. But I guess the voices about had it. We can counter that. I got a full glass of water and some very lukewarm coffee. There's this one. I don't know how much trouble it's going to try to cause me. And that's much. Again, just stacks and stacks of stuff. But it will all go too quickly. Then more or less there. Yeah, I really do enjoy. We're in death spot there. We don't need to go that far. Still lots more to see and do right on this level. Or back, coming kind of back towards where we came from. Maybe dropping down where we can. Do have that one pearl. Let's see where this goes. See where this goes. Liking it already. This likely will just fall. No. Go get what you can while you can, because sometimes if you just mine all that, it'll just fall straight through. I love the gold, or the glowstone, but I don't love it so much to just farm it out over nothing. Oh, we got all this quartz to mine, too. Not the most efficient use, but whatever. And here, here again is just the huge advantage when we make a run like this. And we haven't since we kind of first got geared up to come up here. We made one run for quartz, and it was a small one. And then we really haven't done anything on the surface. We've done tunneling and gotten a lot of quartz that way. But particularly once you have the netherite on the picks, I mean, even just the diamonds, you get so little wear for all the XP that you're getting that you really can do quite well. We have to have enough to take that fully beat up pick all the way back up. But beyond that, I mean that's the only thing we have on right now. The shovel's got basically nothing. This pick's got practically nothing, and it's done all of the quartz harvesting. So I don't know how that's going to eventually get us back over. I think our portal is kind of that way. We'll see. Maybe this stuff hangs around. Maybe it just all despawned. We'll see whether we end up going downward or aroundward or not at all. We're turning back. Can be real nice though to get out just far enough to get kind of a look back and see. Ooh, ooh. Sometimes you don't like what you see at all. I think we're. Did we go in here yet? Maybe we already made that. Sounds airplane-y outside. Those two sort of missed goodies over here. Anything right here? No. I think we've done all that. Alright, we'd come up from that way. Yeah, I don't see anything but for the back up. New perspective though, and that looks pretty good. Here's another, all this stuff's generally got to flow somewhere. Sometimes it will get contained and it won't go, but more often than not, it's going to find a hole or a ledge and be something more significant down further. So I try to do myself the favor. Oh, so good. That's what that pigman was saying. Not full yet, but unfortunately the sand, and that could be the edge of the biome where our actual bastion project is. Um, Unfortunately, those aren't going to have the quartz for us, really. They may have a few little pockets here and there, but it's not their dominant feature. Pretty uncommon that you see light above your head like that and don't find that it's lava. So that, I don't know where we are, but a little bit more gold ore. Almost stepped right off there. Alright, well, that was interesting and edgy-tastic, but otherwise not starting to get a little turny. Think we've looked deep there. Let's sort of retrace. Got distracted by your buddy's sword. Hey, don't want your stinking crossbow. Really didn't want your buddy's stinking sword either. Throw it over by the others. Alright, look at that. We find our way again. No. Is it worth going to get all those? There's more stuff up there. Yeah, maybe. Let's go check it out. We're up here, right? And again, it's one of those deals. We can walk and feel like we've already been successful. It's kind of like the end trip, right? We didn't need more cities, but if we're here and we're unlikely to ever come back again, what's the cost of not going kind of becomes a question. Ooh. Now, not the best time to be doing this kind of exploration when a ghast is around, because he could send us for a tumble. Just go quick. You also can't give too much to the sounds of the gas, because you can hear them, any old where. What was all this? Back down, around here. Is this the one we just went across? Lots of troublemakers down that way. Another cool thing about the lava falls and stuff like that, if you have a potion, or we got the fire prot 3, it wouldn't probably kill us just as we were going, but I don't know why they've been so goofy today. Dang it. They, again, that time, I'm not going to try to kite him into position. I'm just going to, I'll take it, but I was kind of hoping that was a tier. It looked like just a random edge of white. Alright, so back up that way is our original path home. We'll keep just kind of probing. I don't think any of that's particularly good. And even some of this is yeah, it's precarious, I'll give it that. If you're subject to vertigo or fear of heights, don't look down. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, maybe that's our screenshot. Oh, okay. Back to. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. All right. It's funny how when you're a kid, you know, especially fake stuff like that. But and you know, it didn't bother me too much. But it's funny how as a kid, totally fearless of heights. No qualms or concerns or second thoughts. You know, rock climbing, scrambling, all that kind of stuff. Cliff jumping into lakes and all that. If you slow down to think about it, you might miss out on the fun. Kind of my mentality. Um, we were just okay, just taking pictures, and now here we go. I don't know how spread out this one. Not too bad. So let's trim all this, and I think oh, like a safer way to get to here, please. One pearl. I think all this is connected. There we go. Gather up these loots. We were way up there. Pretty cool. Oh, you jerk face. I kind of decided from being there that that was about we need to be. Now we haven't even gathered the stuff right around our oh, ouch terminus here. Like at the time, our pick was dire. Our pockets were full. We were wondering if our portals would connect, and had a lot of other things on our mind. But certainly, we haven't even gone in this direction yet. Could be here for hours. Oh, we're not too bad. Okay, we're under an hour. And very good possibility here of lava sources or falling through to below. So try to get in and get what you've got or can get before you just open up too widely. Mushrooms, some up high there. This is kind of like that part on Thanksgiving where you've had like 4 platefuls of turkey and green bean casserole and stuffing and everything else, and then they bring out the pie, and you're like, I can't do it. I'm too full. I've done this how many dozens of times, and yet every year I forget. Oh yeah, save some room, and you can't, and then you still do, and you just gotta jam over the top. All right, should we just pop in to say hi over here since we can? We're here. Maybe have a nap up here and just enjoy the majesty of this build and the bed. I don't think there's much for us to do here, really, though. So we got some more building and all that to do, but did I build any glass here? I don't think I left sand. Nothing in the ferni. Maybe down here. Yeah, we didn't use glass in the building. Yeah, nothing. All right, that's fine. If I'd had some blocks of glass, I would have started filling in that kind of endpoint. But whatever. Hi. Have fun in the cabin. Don't burn it down or anything. I know you like fire. All right. It's running time. And once we get going, you guys know what that means for me. It means hydrate and try to get my voice going. Hop, hop. So funny that the hopping is the efficient way to travel. But it is nice when you get it 3 wide like this, and it's just tiny little modifications, if at all, to your aim. Yeah, maybe now that I think about it, we should have used all of our accumulated goods and started running a side wall on one or the other to begin the prep. But I'm not ready for that yet. It'll be enough of a chore when it does happen. It does show though, when you're beginning your game, as hard as it can be, really try not to do the jump sprint because I mean, just watch the food getting chewed up as I go. It makes you real hungry, and until you have that reliable source of food, it's yeah, it's faster, but it's not so much faster than just even just sprinting. I try to kind of save for emergencies until I'm once you find a village or so and get some bread, then sprint all you want. But the jumping and sprinting, I'm sure someone out there has run the numbers and knows what the efficiencies are in terms of food used per block covered. But I'm gonna say that it's not real good. Clearly, it's we're gonna get to the turn here and then we'll eat, but not the best way to travel. All right, why did we never do this? All the things to leave, just like one little random corner stretch. That's weird. There we go. We're always getting stuff done. Ooh, and we have a lot of netherite. Let's Is that hail? We get a lot of hail out here too. Could just be rain. I'm listening close. It's really doing something, but more of a something than it's been doing. These are the times when having all your blinds closed to prevent nether glare are a real drawback. I was just thinking, like, oh yeah, well, might as well share. I don't want to jinx it, but it's been the reality. I've had 3 vehicles while I've been out in Colorado. Well, 4 if you count the one that my parents' old used car that they gave to me, kind of as they let me drive it, although while I was in high school. But when they got a new car, they kind of say, as a graduation thing, hey, help you get started. You don't have to go get a new, a car. You can just use this one. And it helped me get out here. It helped me get my feet started. But once I'd gotten into my first job and all that, one of the first purchases I wanted to make was a new car. I went out and did it. I bought a new car. It was a Honda Accord, manual transmission coupe, and or for you UK folks, a coupe. Um, Nice little. Again, it's a Honda Accord. It's not nothing fancy, and I didn't do any of the dressing it up kind of craziness stuff. I know Hondas are quite popular for that. Mine was just it was the dark green color, and yeah, I loved it. So nice. Then after a tragic demise of that particular vehicle, different story, different day. Um, I replaced it. I got a used one of the same make and model, same color even, and it was a year older than the new one I'd purchased. My first car was a 2000. 2000 I bought new, so it was probably in 1999. However, the model years work on all that kind of stuff. Um, as I get into story mode here, man, this is going to be a quick episode, which is actually really good for me, timing wise. I can use that time, so but we'll fix everything up. We'll still got some sorting to do. We can cook off all that. We got a bunch of nether chests full of loots to pile up like Halloween candy on the floor. We don't need those. Got 3 more boxes. So yeah, my next car, which was a replacement, same make and model, and as bad an investment as a new car is, that you just don't do it. It's kind of like gambling, right? If you're gonna gamble, just never spend more than you're willing to just count that money gone, right? Whether that's the same price you would pay to go to a movie, or see a concert or something. If you're like most people, you make the trip to Vegas, or you got Indian casinos around you where you grew up, or anything that, or your state just allow, or country just allows gambling. Whatever it may be, make sure that you're not putting, and don't try to, if you go and you've said, hey, I'm gonna spend $100 gambling on this night or trip or whatever, and then you lose it, and you get all caught up, you think you're on a hot streak, and before you know it, you're on a weekend trip to Vegas or something, and all of a sudden you're cleaned out, it's gone. Don't then decide, oh, you know what, I was totally kidding. I really meant $500. That'll spread out. Don't make your commitment and set it, and don't change it. Don't decide that circumstances once you get there. That's exactly what all those every single subliminal message that can be piped into those places is set up to make you think just one more bit, or this is the time. All those kinds of things are being designed into the oh, not that, this, this, and this will all hang out here so we can come back up and check on them. Is there anything else up here that we currently have we need to drop off? We can put in a mushroom. The others came downstairs, but we got 18 red. The rest of the stuff's all gone. Hey, Salty. Um, so yeah, we okay. So worst investment, new car. However, until you get in the practice of maintaining or have developed relationships with mechanics and shops that you trust in the area, I once you've got a job and you're young, you don't have a family to support, you're hopefully living in fairly low cost environs, whether that's an apartment, or sharing a house with friends, or however you get started out there. Um, that to me is a pretty okay time to buy a new car. For one thing, it'll give you the experience, and you're probably gonna get worked over by. If you have a parent or somebody experienced, definitely make use of them. Or also, at that kind of time in your life, you cracked, polished. At that time in your life, you're usually pretty well equipped to have a friend or somebody that has decided they're going to have a go at polished, at selling cars because it's fast, easy money, particularly for people that who college maybe wasn't for them. Um, they wanted to get out and get earning straight out of earlier grades of school. It's a real good option. They can it will help you determine very quickly if you're going to be a good if sales is a good career avenue for you or not. Because in that business you won't last if you can't sell. You won't make any money, and you'll very quickly kind of get run out. If you can, though, it will teach you how well you can, and you can make a very good start. So you may have friends that are in the business and are, if they're just getting started, maybe real eager to make a deal to meet their quotas or whatever, and so they may be able to hook you up, which is good. I didn't have that, but I did have a boss at the time who had just bought the same make and model car, and he was an older guy, and he said, here's the dealership that I went to, and here's the price I paid. Here's the exact deal I got. If they did it once, they're gonna do it again. Just go in and tell them, this is who got it, and it definitely worked. They, for a sale on a single night kind of deal, they walking in, hey, I want to buy a brand new car. I want this. I'm approved. I've already got my financing and stuff set up. So if you guys want to sell a car tonight, I'm your guy. And here's what I'm willing to pay. Done and done if you guys are good with it. And they were. So worked out really well. And I think even though it was, it was the deal that it wasn't awesome. I wasn't getting some insider track. It was just what what that guy had negotiated the sale price down to. So it got me into a new car, and until I had enough years out here to get used to, these are the non-dealer shops that I can trust. This is a really good mechanic. He knows these kinds of cars, and your friends have had enough time to say, yeah, I brought that in for repairs and it actually lasted for a couple years, or I brought it in for repairs and 6 months later it was back. It takes all of your peer group some time to just build up that experience. So in that situation, I think the money you're going to lose necessarily on resale value, it's well worth to just go ahead and get a new car. And let the dealership talk you into all the maintenance and all that kind of stuff. They're gonna cut corners on you. They're gonna throw every trick in the book, and oh yeah, well you still got to pay for this when you come in or whatever. The lug nut tightening isn't covered, but we're gonna do that for you. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're gonna get it, but dealerships do certify all their mechanics. If they have in my case, it was the Honda name, but if they have Ford or Dodge or any of those, in order to be that named dealership, they have to certify all their work, and there's some oversight there, right? There's people that are looking to validate that they're being reputable, and if they're not, then yeah, they'll get warned and all that. It won't happen immediately, but ultimately they stand to lose that certification. So it's decent when you're getting started out. Now, since then, I've never bought another new car. I can't stomach the idea that I'm going to pay a premium for something that is going to lose so much value, and that's just another kind of phase of life, I guess. Did I ever make a? Yeah, I did make a leather box. Anything else down here? This is going to go up in our special chest. Gilded was back over maybe in the bottom of the Blackstones. And the Crying Obsidian. Oh, and the Magma. Which we may need for potions eventually, because I don't think we have any fires made. How are we doing? Oh, yeah, so good. We should keep working on the lava, guys. We could put those red mushrooms in here. I think those go with the brown and the sugar, maybe. No, it's probably like spider eye sugar brown to make the whatever potion it is. Call it the Whomping Willow potion, because I don't know. It's so anyway, I bought a new car. I was very happy with it. It was very reliable. No prior issues, right? A brand new car. You don't have to worry about anything else. It's just there. You get it. It's good. No tricks and surprises. You may get a lemon, but there's some protections, and you get warranties and all that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty safe way to begin to get into car ownership, and buy yourself some time to get settled if you are in a new or unfamiliar place. So in that circumstance, I'm a big fan. So the next time around, I got a used car, and same make, same model, same color. I knew exactly what I wanted, and why did I not put that away? I had just mentioned it when I was going back around. Who knows? So we'll stack those there. We'd have to get the blocks filled in all the way. Ooh, we're so close. We'll wait until everything is cooked up to those. Our golden carrot supply is through the roof. Our chests stock back up on torches. Close. Just the very, very odds and ends left. Soul Speed 2, again, I don't think all that really means is that we definitely, I still think there's a 3 ultimately, so I'm in no hurry. We're not going to be putting those onto anything anytime soon, but we'll keep the best one we've got. No reason not to. And then the secret loots. Shh, don't tell anybody, Salty. So, another copy. Discs do not stack. It is what it is. And some people do make farms for discs. I think some of the hermits in their common where they have kind of economies and things that develop. Sometimes somebody will make a record shop and have lots of hijinks and fun built around all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, always fun to have the flexibility, right? But I don't know that anybody really needs to. Okay, we are to that point in the episode. I believe we need you, sir. Okay. Unstick the clawed in finger imprints on our totem. Hopefully we are in a safe space. And I don't know how... It's not split. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, but I think this would be a good start. We did eventually get to our 61st level there. Again, we've been higher after the dragon fight. We still do not have enough tiers to even consider respawning yet. That is something that we'll want to do. We can, then more portals, more end cities, and more flexibility to explore, all that good stuff. It will break our little Enderman farm setup that we have. Not a big deal, but we should, if we're about to do that, we should think about it and make sure that we clear our whatever chest, because I think we left chests inside. And that's really a kind of stupid idea. I don't know. We can leave them there. It doesn't matter. We can resupply the ender pearls in 10 minutes of gameplay. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter at all. Look at how close we are already, though. And we do trickle just a bit of XP growth. But that was, I talked about it a few times. Used to be that whatever gear you were wearing with mending on it would take XP whether it was full or not. So even if you had undamaged armor on like we did now, you would be splitting your experience between the fortune pick, the silk touch pick that we're trying to repair, and 4 pieces of armor every single time. And it was such a slow process that you really needed, at that point, you really needed an XP farm, and you had to switch out. Now here we could be safe pretty much with just taking off our armor and going, but you basically needed a full set of non-mending diamond armor to use in your farms just in case anything came back. And the one thing that really continues to get you no matter what is when you have a darkroom spawner, at least some of them, a percentage of the mobs will actually spawn, they can spawn in armor, and that armor can be enchanted, and it can be any random enchant. So every once in a while, when you're going through hundreds and hundreds of mobs, it happens pretty regularly, you'll get hit with thorns, right? You'll smack the mob that's about to die, and then you'll get a percentage of your damage back. And when you're dealing a bunch of damage, that can come back to hit you pretty good. So it's it's more comical than anything right now, but back in the day, you didn't want to risk running around. Or if an Enderman happened to pop up in your, on your platform, whatever you were doing your killing, or some disaster happens and a creeper happens to see you, you don't build it just right, and creeper gets line of sight to you and sizzles and boom, and you got nothing on to protect you. So it's way better to just be able to go in and fix what you want to fix, not have to wait for. Okay, there we go. And we'll get this one next. So we still got a full row. Let me talk too soon here, but I think we'll call it good no matter how much we get on this pick right here. A few little odds and ends. Any glues over here? Oh, we still got just enough, maybe. Oh, that was big juicy chunk. Ha 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 ha! Thank you, game. Very nice of you. All right, so perfect. That our axe and our shovel, they're just fine. Let's block up our quartz. I think it was down there, but too often it tries to make me chiseled. All right. Add more to the stack. We can potentially use some of that along with our, kind of a black and white combo situation. Might be interesting for our pathway. All right, we don't need the fortune axe anymore. We definitely want our totem back in our. Oh, I forgot to put those away. Store one of those. And I do still like to keep two tools, but now there, everything can kind of stack over. You don't have to, or you can put the box over here and keep your torches ready to go. However, again, this is how I play it, and I know mine is very far from what most people do. I think most people go like axe, sword, bow, whatever, but they're all the tools and the weapons are together. I like to just have them on the opposite side. It's the way I first started playing. Couldn't change if I wanted to now. It's just too ingrained. So again, mouse wheel being what it is, if it ever gets too difficult, I mean they're effectively next to each other. I like having the tools on one side, the weapon primary with the bow. Just works. So no apologies for my layup compared to yours or anybody else's. But I understand it is different from the way most people would lay out their stuff. All right, two more of these. Oh, and we can get. I can't even tell. I don't think either one needs anything really, but this should do it. Oh, touche. Oh yeah, just waited to do. And there's the axe. So great. We are fully reset. Now, let's do up some blocking. Not bad, huh? Not too bad. Oh. You guys sure you want to take me on? He may be a traitor, but those sound like the hostile guys. Oh, and it's nighttime. So they won't go away. Let's sleep. I'll let everybody else clear. We'll take out the bandits, drink some milk in their faces, so that even their lingering ill will can't last. Where's our spot where we can just jump out? Alright, there's one of them. They're all over by the door, but we'll take you guys out first, because as fun as they are to fight, I'm much more concerned about the creepers wrecking my home. So yeah, we're getting close to another significant build on the base, I think. Whether that's just across the wall here, maybe with some front, I don't know. But with the resources and everything we're going to come out of this trip with, I think we'll be good. I'm not trying to. Don't you come near my cat. I forgot. Could have put him in danger. You didn't come near my cat either. And where is the rest of that little band of goofballs? I never even got to drink my milk. Is that tree floating? Has that tree always been? That probably has. I think I probably walked by there. Why is that tree floating? So many times. Don't make me kill my pig. Burn, Scaly. Good. Oh, so good. All right. Well, I think this one is going to be a short one. I think we're going to wrap it up here. I think we're going to go back and keep. Oh, where are you? Are they inside? You didn't get inside my house, did you? Salty, where are these guys? They're not on top, right? That's not guava. Seriously. Where? I looked all over for you guys. You get stuck underground or something? None of that lines up with my wall, does it? Alright, I'm coming. I'll fight you. You asked for it. Oh, that's too bad. So what, they'd been stuck like right in here? Or just oddly unspawned regardless? Huh. I don't know. S'more, if you see any more of them, feel free to take care. I don't think they're even beyond my cat at this point. He's just like, man, not worth my time. I'm a cat. I'm not gonna do all that. All right, let's put those away. Let's bring this glass this time. Now, is that the wandering trader? That sounded more trader. He sounded friendly. But where's he? What is going on with my world? It's like invisible people. I don't understand, S'more. Where are they? If they come in peace for trades, good. But why every time I walk inside do they start making more noises? Oh, is there a wandering trader inside the cows or something? No. Let's see one there. I'm losing it. Any, like, spot that they could be stuck standing on? Okay. Nothing. I don't know. Maybe it was just, Oh, we did make a trash can too, didn't we? So we can get rid of that bow. You back in there. Let's go take care of that bow. Hey, Salty, you seen any odd looking characters? You bite their ankles. Show them. All right. Oh, I put it back in this corner, right? It's like, didn't I just put this over here? Only trick here is making sure you get it under the glass and into the lava like we did as an expert. All right, guys. Oh, one more thing. One more run up these stairs. That's so good for the heart, though. Cardio run. I do want to top off the steaks. Just so, I like keeping, I guess they're slowly turning into jerky in there. As long as we're doing it and thinking about it, we've got lots of time. Let's go, a few more. It's like, here in the States, we have a couple, I think they, vary a little bit regionally, but I think, Schwann's is, at least they were around where I grew up, and they're around here. it's kind of like I don't know, kids. Maybe this is completely gone now. It probably is because the whole media thing is different now. But Columbia or BMG Music disc services. 1 second here. It used to be these mail order, like 24 albums for a penny, right? And that was their. They just totally preyed on kids, young adults. It was probably a decent deal across the board if you could really afford it, but you basically pay, sign up for a subscription service, and you'd get to select 2 dozen different discs, and then they would send you. Oh man, sorry. They'd send you more discs month after month after month. And after the first ones that you were getting for like a penny, you'd be paying full price for for the length of the term. And then they'd continue you. You couldn't cancel easily. It wasn't that kind of a deal. So in college, where there were lots of college kids were being preyed on by this kind of stuff. There were so many fraudulent things. You just come up and it would be, like you check the mail and there would be a box for IP Freely, right? Or some other made up name, obvious made up name with a bunch of discs. And you just, somebody else did it. And, I wonder what music this is. So, I think they made up for it by the number of people that signed up in their real name and had to pay to protect their credit and all that kind of stuff. But Schwann's and it's different deal, but like Omaha steaks or any of that, you kind of get a bunch of stuff ready to go in the freezer. All right. Oh no, I was gonna only do one because the other one was gonna be the rest of the gold. Whatever, we can wait on the gold. I got more darn blocks to deal with. Never all this gold work. It's like people that work in chocolate factories or diamond mines or something like that. And it's like everybody thinks you got the greatest job in the world because you're seeing these things that are valued and nobody else has access to. Excuse me. And when you work with them every day, it's just like, oh man, more gold I got to deal with. This is my Monday. I got to go back and start shaping gold into blocks again. Oh, woe is me. Um, but yeah, anyway, out here, people can get delivery services where you sign up and you're like, oh yeah, I want like this good price on meat or something like that. And next thing you know, you get this cooler on your door and your doorstep, and all of a sudden you got like 45 steaks in it that are all frozen and have to go into your freezer. You never thought that this was coming because that's, it's kind of the same deal, right? You sign up because you're going to get some milk delivery or whatever, and all of a sudden, without without having really known or expected it, you're getting just piles of extra stuff. And I don't know many people that long term use any of those delivery. Milk delivery, I think, is much more a deal where people will get milk direct from a dairy, and those can be very reputable, at least in my experience. But yeah, I've definitely had to deal with a few like outgoing roommates that tried to get one thing, from Schwann's, and then they moved out, and years later, people are coming and knocking on your door, being like, "Hey, we're gonna, tell this person they're about to get sued. They're in arrears for, and it starts out as like $50, and then they put on penalties and all that. And eventually, it's like, I don't know. That person hasn't lived here in 2 years. I have no idea where they are at, and they kind of go away, whatever. Never had to deal with that myself, but I don't think it ends up being real satisfactory. All right, I'm babbling. I think we are. Nope, we're not. I'm gonna put the smoke away. Speaking of all the dairy and delivery. All right, we never even needed to drink it. Needed. Yeah. All right, Salty, you're in charge. So we're going to start our next episode plunging through and heading back out. We will use this glass on that far end portal, kind of seal it in a little bit, make it nice and snug. And then we'll go back and keep chipping away at that Bastion Remnant, pulling down a lot of stuff. That's why we doubled up all these chests, so we can have a lot of storage for the pieces. And once we have a whole bunch, we'll come up with a pattern and a configuration for how we want to set up our tunnels. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Lots of fun in the Nether, teetering on our toes, looking out over an edge with a big old drop, and racking up our artillery pairs. So more fun to come. I hope you'll join me, but this is going to be it for me today. Lots of play sessions, lots of fun, and time to move on to other things for me. So, y'all take care. Do break up your play or video sessions yourselves. Get outside, even if it's to watch a thunderstorm from undercover. Um, make sure you get to enjoy those too. That's nature putting on a free show for you. So enjoy it when it happens. Take care of yourselves and somebody else if you can, and we will see you next time. You guys are. Just so you know, I'm not gonna get anything. We did get a thumbnail. Sometimes I'm very aliens are talking to us. Um, Yeah, even when I realize as I'm closing up, oh, I didn't grab a thumbnail, and I'm tempted. I could just run back. I'm not going to touch this if I'm not recording. So we'll just let the sometimes let YouTube pick a thumbnail for us when we do forget. But we got one for this episode. So until next time, you guys are awesome. Bye.